Hey friends, it's Lavender. So I was looking at a video from Kim Mikey a few minutes ago, and I'm gonna play it here on my channel in a second. But it's an article from the Watchtower or Awake magazine of a woman who's supposed to respect her rapist and treat them with respect, treat them courteously. I mean, either way you look at it, a woman in the org who's raped, if they don't fight back with all their might through the entire rape, then they get disfellowshipped because they must have liked it if they didn't fight back. Even if the attacker has a gun pointed to your head or a knife at your throat, you are supposed to fight back the entire rape. I mean, how is it her fault if she is raped and she chooses to cooperate so she doesn't lose her life? But yet they say, well, you know, if you lose your life, it's okay. You'll be resurrected in the paradise because you did what you were supposed to do. It's just freaking ridiculous. And now this article says to respect your attacker. Why should any woman respect their attacker? They're committing a crime against me. Why on earth would I respect someone who would attack me? Either way, I have so many thoughts going through my mind, it's hard to speak them out. This is the reason why so many women in the org have low self-esteem and don't have a proper view of themselves, because they get disfellowshipped if they didn't fight the attacker off. But now they could be disfellowshipped because they didn't treat their rapist respectfully. It just infuriates me, the way that they degrade women in this organization. They do such a strong victim blaming. It's so stupid. And it's just a blatant mind control and twisting game that they play. They're turning the attacker into the victim. They play the blame game. I mean, what is this about? I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna just think about what my attacker is going through to make them do this. I'm gonna hurt them. I'm not gonna treat them with respect. And I would never in a million years teach my daughter to respect her attacker. No, this person is violating me. I'm not going to stop and try to appreciate what this person is going through to make them do something like this. What the hell is wrong with Watchtower? I'm sorry, I get worked up, but here's the video, guys. Write it in the comments, guys. Let me know what y'all think, because this is just absolutely ridiculous.
I want to thank everybody so much for plastering this everywhere, making it go viral. And I'm not exactly sure who originally found the quote in the Awake and posted it. The person I saw it from was Tracy. So thank you, Tracy. I appreciate you putting it on Facebook. And guys, this one was really disturbing. And it got Mike and I to thinking, is this why Watchtower will not turn in pedophiles and basically protects them, hides them? You know, is this why they view it as a sin instead of a crime? You know, these are valid questions, because I was so upset when I read this, and it's like, are you freaking kidding me? This is unbelievable, the attitude. Now, I have the Bond volume. This is the hard copy. You know, this isn't one that you can change. This is from the 1984 Awake. This is February 22nd, like I said, 1984, page 24. The article is entitled, "They Resisted Rapist." See, you guys can see the hard copy. See right here, this subheading? Treat him respectfully? I mean, this is just beyond comprehension for a normal thinking person. So Jehovah's Witnesses, please, pay attention. Yeah, Kimmy's gonna rant. Under that subheading, treat him respectfully. The intended victim should remember that the rapist is a human. No, he's not. He's an animal. No doubt there are circumstances in his life that have precipitated his behavior. That's his problem. So although a woman should not cower in fear and permit a rapist to intimidate her, at the same time she should treat him understandingly as a fellow human? I mean, to me, this is just unbelievable. You know, now, when you put this together with the fact that if a woman, if a person, or a child is raped, if they don't fight against their attacker enough, the elders will disfellowship them because it's partly their fault. You know, we've seen many YouTube videos of women saying that they were raped, but they were disfellowshipped. So, I mean, just when you think you have seen and heard it all is just unbelievable. Treat a rapist respectfully? No, I'm going to defend myself, even if I have to bodily harm him. And I think everyone would agree with me. At least most people would agree with me. You know, on a child. Is this why they hide these pedophiles? You know, is this why they don't do anything to them? Oh, they're a human being. They're our brothers and sisters. We have to treat them respectfully. No, it's a crime. What they're doing is a crime. This is not acceptable behavior. And in my personal opinion, they are not human. They're animals. They're worse than animals. Okay. Now, they use the word should treat him understandingly. Now, many of you may not be aware of this. You know, we watch a lot of conspiracy videos. Now, when a cop, let's say, arrests somebody, they will read them their rights, and they say, do you understand these rights as I have read them to you? And everybody just automatically says yes. We always, as normal citizens, believe that just means, do you comprehend? No, it doesn't always mean that. We happen to have the Black Laws Dictionary. And understand, let me read this. To know, to apprehend the meaning, to appreciate as to understand the nature and effect of an act. So it goes a little bit deeper than just comprehending. To have a full and clear knowledge of, to comprehend. Thus, to invalidate a deed on the ground that the grantor did not understand the nature of the act. The grantor must be incapable of comprehending that the effect of the act would divest him of the title to the land set forth in the deed, as used in connection with the execution of wills and other instruments. The term includes the realization of the practical effects and consequences of the proposed acts. Proposed act. It's like, okay, a bunch of legalese in there. Let me read understanding. In the law of contracts, okay? Now, when an officer stops you or arrests you, gives you a ticket, if you look at the actual legalities of this, he is making a contract between you and the state. So this is a third-party contract. Do your research on that. An informal agreement or a concurrence as to its terms. So it's an informal agreement. A valid contract engagement of a somewhat informal character. This is a loose and ambiguous term unless it be accompanied by some expression to show that it constituted a meaning of the minds of parties upon something respecting which they intended to be bound. Let me just put it in simple terms. Cop arrests you. Do you understand these rights as I have read them to you? You say yes. That is a verbal contract. What you're agreeing to is you are going to stand under their authority. You have just granted them the authority over you. So, when Watchtower says to treat a rapist understandingly, it goes way deeper, way more insidious than that. You are standing under the authority, or, you know, the rapist of the crime he is committing. Basically submitting. Some may say, oh, you know, that's crazy, that's just conspiracy theory. But in, you know, the law, that's the way it's read. So, if you're going to treat a rapist, a pedophile, understandingly, respect them, I just got to ask, why in the hell do they deserve any respect? They're committing a crime. So, I have to ask, Watchtower, you printed this. Is this how you feel about pedophiles and rapists and, you know, the domestic violence, you know, all of these abusers within your organization, that everybody, including the elders and circuit overseers, have to treat them with respect and understand that they're fellow humans and, oh, they can't help it, this is just how they are? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. So, wow. Like I said, this is from the February 22nd, 1984 Awake, page 24, first subheading. And I know, you know, these old magazines are available, and I know it's available in the CD-ROM, and like I said, I've got the hard copy, and so, Jehovah's Witnesses, I have to ask, if this is how a religious organization who claims to be God's only organization, His clean people, His means of the only communication, channel of communication, you know, the governing body are the ones that are the mediator, your spiritual leaders, the faithful and discreet slave. How is this faithful and discreet? You know, when they allow women, you know, to be treated like this, how they allow to be children to be treated. It raises a bunch of red flags to me. So thank you so much, guys, for, you know, plastering this everywhere, and all of you that are sharing this. And, you know, let's hope this goes viral, and share this video, you know, wherever you want. You know, even if you want to mirror on your channels, go ahead. Because, I mean, this needs to get out there. You know, and you get just bits and pieces of how the organization really feels about these perpetrators, which is disgusting. So, how many of the leaders, you know, are perpetrators of this? You know, raping kids and other people. Doesn't matter if it's adults or children. A rapist is still a perpetrator. And this is how they feel about it, that they should be treated with respect and understanding. Well, that's just a bunch of BS. So thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to all our new subscribers. And you all have a wonderful week. Bye.